Hello there, beautiful people. It's another episode, and it's not just a solo one today. It's a guest one. I have a very good, special person on today. Everyone is very special. I know someone said to me, everyone's always special today. Yes, everyone is special because everyone is special in their own way. So I have a very young lady with me today. She's family. She's a young, aspiring psychologist. She's also an aspiring content creator. She has a story that we feel like it's time for the world to hear it. It's time for her to lay it out. And it's going to be on navigating grief, her unexpected kind of journey with grief and everything. So we're going to give her the floor and she's just going to speak her truth. So let me bring on Samuella.
Oh my God. Sorry guys, I'm a bit nervous. But
It's all right.
hello everyone, my name is Samuella, or people know me as that girl as.
Mm-hmm.
On my social media. And yeah, today we're actually just going to be talking about, as Akosia said, grief and like what I'm currently going through in my life. And yeah, like it's been a very different experience for me. It's been a very difficult but bearable journey for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just the beginning of my journey anyways. I'm only like 18 years old, so quite young. So yeah.
Your baby.
Yeah.
So let's start off from before your mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
How you got to know the first? What is she first? I want you to. The audience doesn't know, so I want you to. We're gonna act like the audience don't know. Like I don't know either. What took your mom's life away, and how did she get it? And how did she even find out that she had it?
Okay, so well, my mom passed away with stage 4 cancer of the colon. How I found out was that I kind of like started suspecting things like symptoms here and there. And so that kind of prompted me to tell her, go to the GP, you know, you need to go and get checked. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Like I always had like an incline in me that there was something wrong with my mom. So as time went on, different tests, you know how the NHS be taking their time with everything.
Yep.
They finally found out, but she never told me. I think, yeah, certain family members didn't want me to know because of like at that time I was going through my A-levels. They didn't want anything to affect my studies, yada, yada, yada. So, but then the day that she found out, I kind of found out as well. I don't know. One thing about me, I have ears around my eye. Like, I just do everything. Like you can't hide something from me. I was just
Intuition.
literally,
I was very strong.
Yeah, so I just found out. So, she didn't tell me until she started her chemo. Yeah, so I remember the day. Obviously, I have to be the one to help her. Even these family members that said that I shouldn't know, they're not gonna be. They wasn't there to help my mom. It was literally me. So obviously, she did tell me about it, and I was like, I kind of already knew. So, but they never told me the full truth, and I feel like that's where a lot of I feel like that's where a lot of my hurt is, because they never told me the full truth.
Okay.
So like obviously I feel like as your mom, you're supposed to, you want to protect your child and stuff. You don't, especially as African parents, like they always want to protect their child. So it's like they didn't tell me the full truth. She never told me that she had stage 4. She's just like, oh yeah, it's early stages, nothing to worry about, you know. So your head's kind of in the clouds, like
Yeah.
So then with chemo, obviously I would have to like bath my mom when she had her chemo done, because she couldn't get certain things wet. I would go to her appointments with her sometimes, make her like there was times where like I feel like gradually like I literally watched my mom slowly die, because like with this chemo there was times like it was literally killing her.
So do you think chemo actually helps cancer patients, or you think it actually just kills them faster?
I feel like there's a bit of a mix. I have a mixed feelings with this one. I feel like yes and no, because with chemo it does like kill your healthy cells as well as the cancerous cells. So eventually, according to the doctors, it did kind of kill the cancer. Well, as they said, but obviously it also killed my mom's healthy cells. So by the time
She didn't have anything.
yeah,
Have nothing to live on.
literally.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. That's you started very heavy.
Yeah.
Going straight into the pot. Okay. So you found out exactly the same time she found out. When she found out, and when you found out, did anything change like within that? Like even the house or like the energy now, did anything change?
I feel like it did, but I tried to. I can't lie, school was a big distraction for me. I feel like if I wasn't in school, I probably would have deeped things a bit more. Because of like the way everyone covered it up to me, and because everyone lied, like how everyone was lying, especially even my mom herself was lying to me. Like I didn't have time to sit there and think, okay, this is serious. Like, I need to do my own research. I need to do this. Like, I was doing it here and there, but I wasn't taking it as serious because it was like, okay, it's not that deep. Like, people get it, people survive. It's not that deep. My mom's going to survive kind of thing. So I would say it did change. Like, things started to feel a bit more real, but at the same time, I did ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you do it on purpose? To some extent? Or do you feel like it's subconscious, like your brain was trying to like protect you?
I feel like, yeah, subconsciously.
Okay. I think a lot of people do that when it comes to stuff like that. We try, your body's like flat. It's like, what's it called? Fight and flee. So
Fight and flight.
Fight and flight. Your body tries to like literally help you.
Yeah.
Okay. So when she was going through it, tell us about the chemo. Like when she was going through, you said like, you know, you watched your mom die like literally right in front of you. What are some of the things that you saw and you're like, damn, like she's not gonna make it?
So like her appetite, and you know my mom, like she's a big on food, like she loves food.
Doesn't play with her food, bro.
Her appetite literally went, she couldn't eat. Like there'll be times where she would eat like her portions would be like a child size, like she would literally eat like this, and even with that she couldn't finish it. She's lost a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight. And then I wouldn't say she started losing hair, but her hair was weak. Her skin became really like, I don't even know how to describe how her skin became like. You know that she just lost her glow. You know that radiant that like she just lost it.
The light was off.
Literally. And I feel like towards the end is when I was like, right, yeah, I can't lie, my mom's not getting out of this. And like is when her eyes literally became yellow, and like they literally popped. Like mom has really like small like almond shaped eyes. Her eyes literally popped out her eyes like yeah. So it was just like raw, like this is deep and this is raw. And I feel like the doctors didn't help, especially towards the end, because they stopped the chemo.
Why did they do that? Did they give you a reason?
They apparently, it was because it was too much for her body to take.
Yeah, because the healthy cells are all going as well, so there's nothing to really kill or fight.
Yeah, so, and I feel like from then, that's where kind of like things kind of took a turn for the worse. Because the cancer did spread. Because after...
It was a colon cancer, isn't it?
Yeah, so it spread to her liver.
Yeah,
so that was that's what caused like her eyes to become yellow and all of that stuff. And like they gave her antibiotics. They gave her antibiotics. Obviously that is not going to work because that's not like doing anything. They wanted to do operation on her. They wanted to give her a stent, but then after like they realized that there's nothing they could do, and they literally just gave her some weeks to live.
How many weeks did they give her?
They gave her 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you heard that?
They didn't tell me. No.
They didn't tell you. Or you get told it that. Yeah, because that's fast that you're gonna get to that part. Okay, so when she knew, so what did she do when she heard that? Because she didn't die. She went to Ghana. So what did she? Is that when she decides I want to go to Ghana?
Yeah, so that's when she decided that okay, I have to go to Ghana because, I mean, I've heard a lot of different things about this. Everyone said that because she did. Sorry, English is not my best. Everyone said because like she didn't want to die in front of us. Everyone was saying because some people were saying because she wanted to try herbal medicine. There was a lot of like conspiracies around the reason why she went to Ghana. With my mom, I feel like she like didn't want to die. Of course, nobody wants to die at that time. Like she was very big on like me and my brother. Like she didn't want to leave us at all. So I feel like with her, she just wanted to try everything to obviously for her to still be here. So that's probably why she did go to Ghana, because she was assured by obviously a family member that there's herbal treatments that we can do for you, like that kind of thing. But with me, I felt like it was too late, because with herbals and all of that stuff, it works. And I was telling her from the beginning to do it or take it more seriously, obviously, because I feel like with adults, they don't really listen to their children at all.
Especially in the Black community.
They don't listen to their children, and I feel like that's probably where the problem was. But yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. So how was it when she went to Ghana?
Say again?
How was it like when she went to Ghana? Because you're here with your brother alone in the house, and your mom is in Ghana with a family member, and how was that? Because when she went to Ghana, how long was it when she went to Ghana? She passed away. Because it wasn't long.
It was 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. So how was that 3 weeks? Like, what happened within that 3 weeks of your mom, like you and mentally everything?
I can't lie. When she went, I wanted to go with her. Like I was trying every possible way to like get money, do this, like just to go, because I just had that strong feeling. And I was like, no, I have to go, because I just had that feeling that something, if I don't go, something bad was going to happen. And while she was in Ghana, I just wanted to kind of be involved in anything. In everything. But obviously, in an African household, you're the child. You're not supposed to know anything. You don't, like, who are you to? You don't even know any better. So it's like, I obviously was kept in the dark, as I was kind of like throughout my mom's whole journey. I was literally kept in the dark. So I didn't know a lot of things that was going on. I remember like the week before she passed away, the week before she passed away, I was just like so empty. Like I felt so empty. Like I felt like my mom had passed away. Like I kept telling myself that, I can't lie, my mom, she's not coming back. And it's like, anytime I would think about, because obviously she went in August, so anytime I would think about September, going to school and all of that, starting my journey in school, I just saw darkness. Like, so it was just a thing where
your spirit already knew.
My spirit already knew. And I feel like God was like prepping me already for like what was about to come. So while she was in Ghana, and even the day of that she passed, never got to speak to her. And I feel like that's one of the things that really hurts me. Like, I can't lie, I was very angry with my family. And I feel like I still am, but I'm trying to like...
You're trying to make peace with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to peace, and I'm trying to like forgive them. Because at the same time, like, I can't really blame them too much. But like, they didn't let me speak to her at all.
So when you was in Ghana, did you ever get to speak to her at all for that 3 weeks?
So I think the first week, like the first few days, I spoke to her.
Okay.
Or calling. Sometimes you'll call her. They'll be like, they started taking her phone away from her. So it was like, I could speak to her, but I feel like the last time I spoke to her was like 3 days before, when she wanted me to sort some things out. But like, she stopped FaceTiming me. Like, if I would FaceTime her,
why do you think that? Did she stop?
I feel like she just didn't want to see, like, I feel like at that point she kind of knew that she was going, and I feel like she didn't want to come into terms with leaving us, basically. So I feel like that's why she was even distant. Even the day that she left to go Ghana, she was very like offish with me. You know, parents, sometimes you might give your child a hug. She didn't even want to.
She wasn't trying to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Because like saying bye is like saying bye.
Bye. Yeah.
So like, no, I'm going to see you anyway. Just sit there, wait for me.
Yeah, literally. So I never really got to say bye to her at all. Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
It hurts a lot, because I feel like me and my mom would have had like that conversation. Like, I feel like there's a conversation you need to have with someone that passes away. Like, it would just makes everything so much clearer.
You and your mom are best friends, so
literally.
I know.
Literally.
So that conversation would have been different.
Yeah,
There's things that you needed closure on. There's things you had questions. There's things that you needed her to tell you it's gonna be okay and do this, don't do that, just before she closed her eyes.
Yeah, literally. I needed that, and I feel like me not having that now has left me kind of in the middle of nowhere. But at the same time, I feel like God has kind of been showing me what she wanted to tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So at the same time, even though my mom's not here, I know she's still here. I might not see her, I might not speak to her, whatever, but I know she's still here, and I feel like she's become my guardian angel.
You get another angel.
Literally. Yeah.
Okay. It's your little breather. You need it. Just breathe on that. Yeah. I never lost a parent, so I can't imagine how it is. I don't like when people like, I can't imagine. You can't imagine because you've been through it. So I've gone through it. I can't imagine anything. And it's not something I want to imagine. But you can tell when people are going through pain. And I know it's painful. It's not easy. And that was our auntie. We grew up, like, we family. So we grew up with one type of girl. Like you said, Auntie loves her food. No. So here, even like the fact that you make like a little... Yeah, she really lost it. But you get another angel. That's the best way to say it. I feel like we've all gained another angel.
No, literally.
Yeah, that's how it is. So let's get to the part. The day that, she died, you wasn't able to speak to her. How did you find out that she passed away?
So I got a call from a family member that I should come to their house. Let me even speak about this. The day before it happened, it was like, I feel like my mom's spirit kind of really left her. So like, I literally felt like a breeze that went through my house. And they always say when someone's about to pass away, you feel like a breeze. So I was like, And that day, I remember speaking to one of my aunties, and I was like, if my mom dies and you guys don't tell me anything, I'm not going to speak to anyone again. Because you guys have literally kept me through the, in the dark. Like, I was literally so angry. I was literally pouring my heart to this auntie. And then I decided to call my family member who was in Ghana. And I literally told them that I can't, I need to get to Ghana, this moment right now. I need to be in Ghana.
You honestly get me there.
That sense of urgency that I had, I have to be there. So I can't lie, my intuition was very strong that day, the day before. So so the next day I got a call, and so the family member even told me that, oh yeah, don't worry, my mom, she went to church that night apparently, that the next morning they will call me so I can speak to her. So the next morning came, so I was just waiting for that call, but it was in the back of my mind that, oh yeah, he said that they're gonna call me, so they're gonna call me. So it was in the back of my mind, and because that whole week I was very down, I decided to film some content and stuff. And my best friend surprisingly was sleeping over at my house that day. So then I received a call, and it was like, oh yeah, that we need to come to the family house. And I was like, all right, cool, but I'm busy. And she was like, oh no, you have to come because we have to take some things for your mom. They've brought some medicine that we need to collect from a person to give to your mom. So I was like,
that's how they came.
Yeah.
Africans are being so creative in those moments. That's one thing I know. They're like that. If your family member passes away, let's say, God forbid, but if I was supposed to get a call, something happened to one of my parents or a sibling or something like that, they can't tell me on the phone.
No,
even an auntie, they can't tell me on the phone. They have to get me into it, because they say you don't know, once that person hears that message on the phone, you don't know what happened to. They could be walking on the road and then they'll hit by a car because they've gone off. So you have to get them in a room, same room with everybody else, so you can control and see. So I understand why they did that. Yeah.
So when I walked into the house, I saw one of my cousins I haven't seen in a long time. I was like, why is she here?
Yeah, everybody that you don't know is now gathering.
One of us. Then I saw one auntie wearing black. I said, And then I even went into the kitchen, and I was like, the way the place was even put, it was so messy. I was like, this place never looks like that. What's actually going on? So then one of my other aunties came in. She looked okay. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's not it. And then all of a sudden, a lady from our church came wearing, she didn't even
dripped out in black.
Yeah. She didn't even have to say anything. And I just was like,
she was dripped out in black and it's in my head.
No, she didn't have to say anything. I just knew. And I was like, bruh. And it wasn't like I was shocked, because I kind of felt it coming. But I was just more so angry at everyone that no one listened to me when I was speaking, when I was trying to even give solutions. Because when I found out, I did, towards the end, I did a lot of research. And I even...
The one I know, yeah.
Yeah, I even messaged a question. I was like, no, I need you to help me with this and this and this. And she literally gave me a lot of things. So it was like, when I was even trying to tell people about all of this stuff, nobody was even listening to me. So it was like, I literally just was angry. I literally leashed out on anger. And I'm the type of person, I don't really get angry like that. So for me to, I was literally shouting at all of these people. I was so angry. So for me to get like that, it really cut deep. It really did.
It's your mum,
yeah. It really, really did cut deep. But yeah.
Damn. So how did the family take everything? How was their reaction when everything happened? So now y'all kept me in the dark. Now you're telling me this. What are we doing now?
I feel like my family's reaction was, I feel like it's a bit weird. The family dynamic is a bit weird. I feel like some people expected it, some people didn't. Because some people were also kept in the dark as well. I feel like the closer you were to my mom, the less you knew.
Because they knew they were going to affect you more.
More, yeah. So obviously, the kind of person my mom is, she's literally the peacemaker of the family. She's the one that everybody goes to. So she's literally the rock of the family. So for her to go is created such a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it's like a hole has been left.
Yeah, literally is. Yeah.
Okay. So how has it been then? When did she pass? Was it August, isn't it?
Yeah, August.
So now we're in today's the 3rd of February, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how has it been like? Because I know you went to Ghana in November for the funeral. You was there for 3 weeks or a month?
A month.
A month?
Yeah, a month.
How was everything? When she's passed away now, okay, everyone's come to terms that she's passed. How was the journey like after coming to terms that, I've come back into the house and I can't pick up the phone to call her tomorrow.
I feel like with that, I actually haven't really struggled. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. With me, I'm a type of person, I don't need to hear from you every day anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, I'm attached. Of course, I'm attached to my mom. That's my mom. But at the same time, I'm not too attached to the point where, like, the fact that I don't hear from her bothers me a lot. And I feel like for other people, it's very different. Like, they have to hear from the person, like, all the time.
Yeah, especially when you're sick as well.
Exactly.
You know that this is going to happen.
But with me, it's like, I've been okay with that. But I feel like because I feel my mom's presence, so that's okay for me. Like, and I feel like I dream about her a lot. So even with me, it's like she's still here. Well, as I said, she is still here. So it's like me not hearing from her, it doesn't actually bother me that much. And I feel like it's a bit weird.
Yeah, somebody will be like, huh?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I
Like,
understand it, yeah. And I think you came to peace with it way before everything happened.
I feel like because God was prepping me from, like, to be honest, God had been giving me signs.
I know.
From like 2 years ago. Yeah, we've spoken about it.
We've had a conversation.
So he's been like, yo, I need to get you in the right mindset for what's about to happen. So I feel like because he's been doing that, as you said, I literally came to peace with it. Like, okay, I found out, I cried about it, I was angry, let all of those feelings go. And it's like, okay, we're here now. Like, it's affected me, but it hasn't really affected me the way I thought it would. If that
I
makes sense.
understand that. Like I said, yeah, you definitely made peace with it like before.
Like, even I remember the day that everyone started coming to the house, I was smiling, I was laughing. Everyone's like looking at me like, is this girl okay? Like, she just lost her mom. Like, why is she smiling? Why is she laughing? Why is she doing? Because I remember someone said that if this was me, I can't lie, I would be rolling on the floor. Like, I would be pulling the seat. And I was like, no, guys, like, I don't know what it is about my mom, but my mom was never like that anyways. Yeah. Her name means happiness. So, like, I feel like the day that she left, that's what she gave me. Yeah. Happiness. I love so weird.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's literally what she gave me. Like, I remember that day when I was speaking to people, I was like, guys, I can't lie, I feel like my mom was even speaking for me because there was certain things I was saying, things I was doing. It was just, yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful way to put it. That's a very peaceful way to put it.
Yeah.
I like that. How was it like being in Ghana? And because now you're in Ghana now. Before you was like, I want to go to Ghana. I want to I want to help. Now she's gone. Now you're able to go to Ghana. But you're not going to help the person. You're going to bury the person.
Yeah.
How did that feel like?
Ghana was like mixed feelings. I feel like when I landed in Ghana, I was thinking, raw, like, and like, this is usually me, my mom, and my brother going to Ghana together. Like, the last time all three of us went was a couple years back. So for me to be here without her, it's like, on my days, and I'm with like one of my aunties, I'm just like, this is actually real. And I feel like there was a sense of wanting to see like the body, but a lot of people stopped us, and I'm actually happy that they did, even though eventually we did get to see the body. But I'm happy that when we wanted to, they didn't let us go, because I feel like that memory of my mom, like,
you'd have had that image in your head.
And I still do, because I don't know why in African culture you have to do wake up in and all of those things.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was hard. It was harder being more, but I feel like I felt heavy. Like, everywhere, like, Ghana was very heavy for me. Of course. Especially when I went to like the family house in Ghana. The atmosphere was just so different. Like, I was even scared to like go into the room, my mom's room. Like, I didn't really want to be too close to everybody, like, because everything was now getting real for me. Because it was like, okay, when I was in London, I still felt my mom there. I still, in my head, it's like, okay, she's just in Ghana, like, she just went on holiday. But now being there, knowing that, okay, she's not coming back, was like, okay, like, reality check. Yeah.
This is really happening. Are we going to bury her?
Literally.
I'm not going to see her again.
Literally. And then throughout the funeral, like, okay, we did the wake up in. I feel like the first time I saw my mom lying there, I don't even know what happened to me. Like,
you wouldn't. You probably, yeah. Only people around you were able to tell you.
Yeah, literally, I would even remember. Like, it's such a blur to me because, like, obviously you change, and because she was sick, like, everything different. Like,
when people die already, they look different. And imagine when they've suffered and they've like lost weight, gone through all these things. Completely different. If you don't know them, you might even recognize them.
I feel like because my mom has travel marks, that's the only thing I was able to recognize. But
Wow.
yeah,
That says a lot.
That says a lot. Everything, like mom has very
lot.
like.
You see, me, I have the image of Auntie Abigail as happy as Abigail.
Yeah.
Even the videos I have, like where when she was going through she was still sick and everything, I still kept the happiness in the happy Abigail in me. So saying that sounds so deep.
Like the first time I saw her off like in that state, I can't lie. People say I shouldn't say this, but she looks scary. And it's like one thing about mom, she does not like wake up in. She doesn't even like people. She doesn't even like looking at dead bodies. So I feel like you can see that in her, that like she doesn't even want.
They say that when somebody passes, especially in African culture, if they don't like something,
you will see it in her
as their body's laying there. You can lay. If they're angry about something, if they died or something's happening, they show it. Like my mom. And if they're happy, sometimes like if they're happy, cry, you can see it, that they're at peace.
Yeah.
Or they're happy. I remember when Nipsey Hussle died, right? His mother said that even when they went to see the corpse before they buried him, his son was at peace. She just knew it because from his face and the corpse, she's good. She saw it and she was like, nah, my son is at peace. Because you could see it. So
yeah, she didn't really like that. I could just tell because I was like, she looks, and the way they like to do their dressing. I was like, seriously, guys, like again, obviously I was not involved in the film too much, so I couldn't really say too much.
My mom wasn't like that.
No, literally, as soon as I saw, I was like, yeah, I can't like mom. But you could see it in her face, like you could see it in her face. The reason why I'm saying this because the next day, like the Saturday of her burial, when we went to go visit her, for like the last time, she was more welcoming because it was mainly like family that morning. She was more welcoming. She was more at peace. I was like, oh, this is the wig that I picked, like. The jewelry that I picked, yes, it was like I'm getting shivers, but like
that is a lot right there.
Yeah,
the fact that you could see the next day, and that's the things that that she actually wants on her body, things that she actually likes. That's his God. God has a way.
Literally, God knows what he does when he creates us. Literally,
this is crazy.
So like she was very more accepting. I was able to go into the room, not necessarily by myself. But like I was more happy that because she looked like she was in peace. Obviously I got to speak to her and stuff, say my last words. The only things I didn't get is a response back, but like yeah, I was able to do that. And then I was able to hold her hand. And when I told you of course, she started smiling. Like obviously not smiling but like you could see her cheeks started moving. Like it wasn't just me. Everyone that was in the room at that time saw it.
Can we put sorry, guys.
Everyone.
Damn.
No, literally, it was.
That makes I'm tearing. That's deep. Because sometimes in African culture, our parents tell us these things, so you hear it. Like these things are not very like new to my ear. You watch African movies. African movies have a lot of dynamics of stories, lines, and everything. And I love watching African movies. So you hear these things, but hearing someone like you say it, and like we're family, hearing you, it hits different. This is somebody that I know. Like I've known it since I was a kid. So hearing it, it's like it's different.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just like
there's life.
Wow.
There's life after death.
There really is life. At first, I wasn't too sure,
death.
but I promise you guys, there's life.
There's life after death, and God is real.
Literally.
I always tell people, if anyone could give me 3 seconds, and just like say something to the whole world, they could all hear you right now. I'd be like, God is real. God is real. That's what I want to say. God is real.
Literally.
God is real. If you don't believe in God, these kind of things should let you know.
Like this is concrete proof. Yeah, like, guys, there's something
there. Like you can't shake that off, man. Come on,
you can't.
There's no revolution or evolution stuff.
You can't ignore
from apes to whatever. God is real.
So seeing that, I was just like, oh, okay. And obviously going to bury her, they wasn't trying to let me go to the cemetery. I was like, no, guys, I'm going to this place. But obviously we got there after they put her in the ground. But one of my aunties said that when they put her in the ground, her casket literally rose up. So, and in African culture, they say that if something like that happens, that's how you know it's not their time. Like, she did not physically want to, like, she didn't want to go in the ground. Like, they was even, like, saying, have you pushed it? And they was like, yeah, I have, but it wasn't going down.
It's not her time. We all know it wasn't her time.
Yeah.
We know,
100%, yeah.
We know what happened. It's not
But yeah, so I think after that, I just tried to enjoy it as much as possible.
How old was your mom when she died?
43.
Yeah, because I know she's my mom is older than her, just like for 4 years, something like 4 to 5 years. Yeah.
So she was a young
Too
soul.
young. She was a very young soul.
soul.
She just hit like, you know, her thing.
Oh,
They have a name for it, that stage in life, where it's like they say it's like a whole another. It's like they say like it's another whole thing of like stepping into your early 20s when you like
like
your
I remember
40s.
she used to say that life begins at 40.
Yeah, they say it's a whole another thing, like just cut short.
Yeah.
There's a whole many things you can go into, but it's not for
There's
this.
it's not for this.
It's
It's not.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I just wanted people to hear, because I know there's so many people, especially like, because I have a lot of listeners who are also like African, like in Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa, Kenya. And, you know, African culture, our cultures is different.
Very different.
Somebody who's maybe Caucasian, maybe listening, they'll be like, oh, this is different, you know? And this is also a learning thing for other cultures as well, but this is our culture and this is how we do things and stuff like that. And anybody who's probably Ghanaian will listen and probably heard these, or even they've been through the same thing because they've lost a parent, lost an uncle, lost a child, something like that. But yeah, and I know there's a lot of people, especially like so many people in the even African people who's lost their parents due to cancer. It's a disease that is just like, it needs to be perished.
No, literally.
I don't know how we're going to do it, but it needs to go.
Needs to be abolished. Yeah.
Something
that
else.
disease is just, oh, no. I feel like once you get it, you feel like you can't come out of it.
Yeah.
Which is very, very scary. But there's so many ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have reversed it.
A lot.
So many people who find ways to like maintain it. Like they've had it, they maintain it maybe 10 years after that's when they passed away. Like even because your mom died from the same thing that what's that guy's, and the one from Wakanda. You're the one from Wakanda. He died from colon cancer too, and apparently also his one also spread to his kidney as well. Yeah, and him, I remember we saw him at his last days. He lost so much weight. Yeah, but that was heavy. But we have to get through that one because that's like Samuella's story of like navigating through having a parent who's gotten cancer, figuring it out, being in a household or like in a family where it's like, you know, they don't want to tell you stuff because you're a young child, which is African. That's what they do. Navigating that. Then coming to terms with how your mom is not going to make it. Her going to Ghana. She'd even die next to you. She couldn't say her last words to you. Navigating that. That's a whole other thing on its own. Because you don't... It's like you're stuck with thinking, what would she have said to me? What did she want to say to me? Because I'm sure she wanted to say something. But that moment was too late for her to pick up the phone and call me. Probably would be maybe too even weak to even pick up the phone. You know, you think of all this scenario. Wasn't anyone around her? Like, you know, did they tell you? Maybe she say something. Did anyone tell you?
She did. She said quite a few things.
You don't have to put some of them out. The ones
no,
I'm
not going to really talk about all of them because they're quite personal.
Yeah.
But she actually, quite a lot. She did say a few things about like with me, with my friend. Like she said that I shouldn't really like replace my brother with friends.
Yeah.
I should obviously like look after my brother. You know, these kind of things.
It's just you two.
Yeah,
you need
literally. We actually need each other.
That's why you guys are twins.
At this point,
yeah.
So it was just more to just touch on that she was. I can't like a few family members kind of lied to me on what they said, but I did find out. Because there was one auntie that was my mom's auntie that was with her like during her last births and stuff, and my mom literally poured her heart out to her. So yeah, I did hear some things. I don't know if all of them are true, but
you will know which ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Actually, realize
because you know the ones that tell lies.
Yeah. I did actually figure it out.
Because all them lies, they say to try to protect you, but they don't actually understand that it actually does more damage than good. Because
there's certain things I knew my mom wouldn't have said. Like, there's certain things he said that I know that's not my mom. Like, literally the day she passed and we asked, I was like, yeah, my mom didn't say that.
Say that one. But I'm glad you got to then find out from somebody else, like one of the aunties who actually said it. And you was able to like hear it properly and be like, no, this one is definitely my mom. You need that. Because that one is a closure that you need to, the trust that you need to close or you have it. Oh, God. That'll create like something in you that you pass on to generations to come. Yeah.
I feel like with communication with my mom, like I feel like I do dream about her a lot. Like we might not necessarily like when she comes to me in my dreams, it's like as if nothing has happened. Like we literally be talking, we laughing like basically like old days. I remember one vivid dream that like she literally came to me, we was talking. And she gave me a hug. And when I tell you guys, I felt that hug in my sleep. Like, that hug was so, so strong. And I kind of knew that, yeah, okay, that's...
She's still here.
Yeah. And I even asked him in my dream, like, when are you coming back? Are you coming back? And you know when they don't say anything, they just smile at you. And then she gave me the hug. And I was like, yeah.
The fact she smiled at you says a lot.
Yeah.
The fact she smiled says a lot. She knew you needed it. Because they see way above what we see.
Yeah.
So they know what the right times for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm glad like you have that, because that's like you get to still have that. You can still ask the questions. You can you know that she's gonna come through, either through dreams, either through a wind blowing, something. You're gonna know it.
Yeah, even
It's
with, like,
beautiful.
with my friends, like especially my best friend, like she uses my best friend a lot to get to me.
She's your best friend a lot because she knows that's where your heart is as well.
Yeah, she knows. And I feel like it's very important to have like people that understand spiritual.
That's what I wanted to get into. I wanted to ask, like, having people around you after everything, right? What have you learned? Like, what now when you look at it, what's the most important things in life to you? What things you've learned from all of this? Because this is like, you're gonna learn something, but you're like, you're not. Yeah. So have the floor. Talk about it.
So I feel like people around me, it's been very difficult to be dealing with a lot of different personalities because you have to understand that no one's like my mom, and like, my mom is a very like she's got a very unique character. Like not a lot, even like to the outside world, not a lot of people have her character. So like dealing with other people's characters, I think has been very stressful for me. That's what makes me cry. That's like, oh my gosh,
you feel like you have to settle now.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, if my mom was here, this will not be happening. Or like, who am I going to speak to? Because I know my mom will tell me this, but everyone else is telling me something else. So it's having to deal with so many other people's personalities, which is what's been very difficult for me. I've learned that a lot of people will try and take the place of your mom or want to be, especially in African culture, everyone kind of wants to be like your mom and tell you things. But it's like, my mom advise you, but it's like, my mom will never say this at all to me. So it's like, it's very different. Those are the things that make me miss my mom. I feel like those are the things that trigger me. And it's like, oh, like, you know.
Aunt Abigail was not a regular auntie.
No, literally.
She's not. She was never the regular auntie of telling you, oh my God, you go to school and get married and have kids. Like, she believed in enjoyment. She believed in happiness. She believed in living life to the fullest. And she believed in doing things that really make you feel good and make your spirit smile. And just diving full force into things and just, take risks. She believed in all those things. Even when she would speak to me, like when I was going to start at uni, she's like, when you go, make sure you find a boyfriend though. Don't go and then be there because you know how I'm like, I'm very introverted. Like, I mean, I could stay in my room all day. I could just go to school, have 2 friends, and I'll leave with 2 friends. I won't go outside of that. I remember she said, she's like, we need to get married soon, so make sure you bring a boyfriend. We need to get married. We're going to maybe have banquet. Let me come and cool. Because you guys are guys, so like that thing, the kinky. She'll be like, "Some you can kinky, baby." Yeah, so she was different, and she's the only auntie that told me that. All other aunties was more of like, the moral stuff, the typical stuff. Her, she came to me a whole different thing for him, and that's what tells you a lot about the kind of person she was. So everybody, all of us, like all the kids and everything, like we felt connected on a different level, in a different way. It was like we call it the young auntie. The late auntie. Like Auntie is the late auntie. So yeah, I definitely understand that one. Yeah. So talk about the part where you say like, you need to have people understand spirituality, because I know we had a lot of conversations before she died and then afterwards and everything. This whole stuff, like spirituality, is very important. No matter, I don't care what anyone says, like there's a lot of things with it. So talk about that part. Always,
because a lot of things manifest and happen in spiritual before they come to the physical world. And I feel like during that time, I was having a lot of dreams. Like God was showing me a lot of things.
I was so happy. I was so happy because I was wanting you to see stuff like that.
He was revealing to me a lot of things, especially like the week before she passed. The dreams, I was literally dreaming back to back about my mom. So it's like having people around you that encourage you to like not take those things lightly. Because I remember that's why I became very cautious of what I learned, to be very cautious of like be very cautious of like what I tell people. And if they don't understand spirituality the way I do, I shouldn't speak. Because a lot of people, like when it came to my dreams, especially with my mom, I would tell my mom, and my mom would also go tell people, and they wouldn't understand. Like, I remember...
They would downplay it.
Yeah, they would downplay it. They wouldn't take it seriously. I remember a certain family member was like, oh, it's because you're in that new house. That's why you're having those kind of dreams. I was just like...
Clearly living more in flesh than the spirit. That's people that just live in flesh. They just live in the flesh.
And like, I would tell like, even my dad, I would tell him certain things and he's like, no, what do you mean? It's not about me. Like, they wouldn't even understand it. And it made me even not want like sometimes it makes you not even want to take your thing seriously. But like when you surround yourself with people who like are literally like-minded, it's like you can go to them and they will even like be like, bro, no, we need to look into this, we need to pray. Like I remember when I reached out to her Kosi, and she was like, no, you need to pray, you need to do this, you need to do that. And those things help so much more. And I feel like if I did that earlier, a lot of things wouldn't have went the way
because
they
I
did.
found out later.
Yeah,
it was my brother that told you go to Akosia.
Yeah, he kept telling me go to Akosia,
Yeah.
go to Akosia, and I was like, no, it's fine. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was just like, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, I have to tell Akosia, and literally with the day, like when I spoke to her, you literally helped me so much, and I just wish.
God uses people.
I just wish that I just did it sooner.
When I heard it hurt me because I was like, I wish she came to me.
Yeah,
like you came to me. I found about it like so late, and I was like, I know Auntie Vigo's been sick, but I didn't know it was this.
That's serious, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, and I told you a lot on the phone, and all of it, most of it was exactly what it is. And I was like, I wish she told me earlier, because there's so many things I would have done. There's so many things that death wouldn't have been the result.
Yeah,
it would 100%. Not have been the result at all.
100%. And I feel like I don't know if it's like.
But God knows what He's doing.
Literally, He knows it's happening for a reason anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like trauma or anything, but those are the things I dream about a lot. Like, what if? Like, I always dream about my mom being sick and me literally healing her. It's so weird.
And I think it's something that you wished you could, because you knew that you could have done it, but it was like too late at that time.
Too late, yeah. Like, all the time, like, I always have those kind of dreams, and it's just like, God, what are you trying to tell me? Like, am I supposed to be doing this for other people, or like, what's going on?
He's telling you this was what was supposed to happen, but it didn't. I want you to understand that, like, there was supposed to be a different outcome than this, but I also need you to make peace with what's happening.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where I'm at, is making that peace.
Yeah, because that's what he's trying to tell you. Like, you're not supposed. It wasn't supposed. It's not my thing of like I wanted her to come home that early, but this is what had to happen at the end and stuff. But I want to tell you that you can do it. And
yeah,
God will have ways of, like, things happen to us, right? And they become testimonies. There's things that happen to me and I tell God, why have you allowed this? And then He told me, one thing He said to me, like, I'm going to tell you this now. He said, where you're going to go and where you're going to stand, when you're speaking, you're telling your testimony, there's people in the crowd who will doubt you. And how do a soldier show that he's been to the battlefield? Scars. Either wounds of somebody knifing them in the stomach, either bullet to their leg, either scars on their forehead, something, but it's a scar somewhere that will show that this is my wound from where I've been. So that when you're speaking to the people, you're speaking their life into the they need as well, and like you're saying what they need in that moment as well, they're like, oh yeah, this person knows this. They've been through what I'm going through. Yeah. And that is how you change people's lives. That's how you influence people. And that's why a lot of people who do like speaking and do that kind of, have that kind of, God gives them that kind of influence, their battle is always bigger. Yeah. Because the people that God will send you to, you need to have so many different stories so you can connect with them. Because you can't be coming to me and telling me motivational stuff and I'm telling you, you're just there telling me,
there's no like
no
substance. There's nothing to like.
And that's what it is. That's what God is telling you. Yeah. You will do it. You will do it. Yeah, because it's going to be cool. You're going to be okay.
Yeah, we keep praying. Definitely. I think the other thing I saw something on TikTok was like, this year I don't want to be God's toughest soldier. Like,
we all don't. Me, I want to wake up and go. What is AG Baby? AG Baby said, I want to be like Ashanti. Ashanti, right? I don't know if you know Ashanti. Have you on Instagram?
I think I've heard.
Ashanti travels 12 months out of the year. She every single time, like, this woman is somewhere else. Like, somewhere around the world, and I'm like, everyone's like, I want to be Ashanti. I want to travel, like, live this life with Neo. But yeah, what is it called? I wanted to get into the power of you now, because now you live alone with your brother. How's that like? Because it's like the aftermath of everything now.
Aftermath. I feel like it's a bit, in the beginning, it was a bit like, right, okay, like there'll be times where it's just me and my brother and I think, oh my gosh, I remember when I would go to my mom's room and I'll probably like sit on her or something, do something silly. And like I'll go into her room now and it's like it's just her bed sheets and there's no one there. And I feel like for that, with me, I kind of started getting scared. And I feel like right now, let me know I'm so scared, especially when I go into my mom's room. Because like me and my mom were literally inseparable. Like I just literally shared a room with this woman. Literally till recently. We've been sharing a room. Yeah. There'll even be times when we share a room and like I can't sleep, I'll literally sleep next to her, even though we're still in the same room. So it's like from going to that to her not being there at all is such a big jump for me. And like I can't lie, I do be getting scared, like especially if I'm hearing stuff, I'm like, what's that? Who's there? No, who's there? Like even if I go into my mom's room, I have to open the door. Like
you get shivers and stuff. Yeah.
And I'm just allowing myself to feel like that, because I'm still human. I'm still gonna feel certain things. Like I'm not, as much as I pray, as much as like, but I'm not superhuman. I'm still gonna, you know. I've kind of I'm starting to come to terms more. Like I can still go into her room and stuff. Like I feel like someone asked me the other day, do I stay in her room and sleep on her bed? No, I don't. Like truth is, I'm actually scared. Even though it's my mom and I know she's not gonna do anything to me, I'm scared. And I feel like that's just your mind, because my mom's probably in my room more than I even think.
Yeah, she is.
She is probably in my room more than even her own room.
Is that you watch more scary movies thing?
Yeah,
like, what's more scary movies? Yeah.
So it's literally just your mind, like literally your psychology. Literally, it's just your mind doing that, and it's normal. But apart from that, I feel like it's been okay. Like I feel like it's the freedom that I just being able to do certain things, get a lot of things done by yourself. I kind of like that. Because I've always kind of been an independent person anyways. So, yeah. But I feel like you kind of expect certain people to be around you more. And when it doesn't happen, it's like, raw, like...
You start to see who's really there now,
Yeah, you do see, like, who's really there. Like, who was just all that mouth during the funeral.
I will be your mother.
Take me as your mom. I remember this one woman at my mom's funeral. She's like, I'm your mom now. I'm your mom. Call me. This is there.
She doesn't even call you to check up on you.
To check up on you, like, and I've even learned how to deal with that, because it's like everyone, at the end of the day, everyone has their own lives. This is my life, and like this is what I'm going through. I don't expect anyone to be there for me. Like if they are, it's literally just a bonus. Like I just take it as a bonus. Even when it comes to like money and stuff, like I don't expect people to be sending me money all the time, but if they are, it's a bonus, because I just want to like have my own stuff, like be able to. And I feel like that's literally my mom, because she's literally growing me up to like she's trained me to be like that. Like she's always said that, like there's just like she was always saying that if anything happens, she wants me especially to be able to like stand. And like, that's exactly what she's done.
She's done it,
yeah. That's exactly what she's done.
Because you also hear stories where people pass and they're not able to do the things maybe they wish they could have done earlier, because they left when they didn't expect it. She didn't die at 90 when she's done it well, and you know she died too young when she didn't expect it. But I'm happy like that she still made sure shit was still quick. That's how I want to be. Because me, I always say me, as soon as I start crying small things, I start creating a will. Let me buy a car tomorrow, I'll create a will. Because if anybody happens, I need to maybe give to my brother, give to my sister, give to whoever, even if I don't have kids yet. Yeah, it's important.
Me too, have those things.
Yeah. So how... Right now, you're also like into content creating. You're taking a gap here. We're coming to the end of the episode and everything now. So you're doing content creating now. You're doing YouTube. You're doing your Instagram, the TikTok, and I know they're taking a gap here from that as well. How is that going? And just plug people into that too.
It's actually going like great. I actually enjoy, especially YouTube. I really enjoy like filming. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just you to be by yourself. Like I really enjoy filming. I'm starting to take it a bit more seriously. Like in the beginning, I wasn't really taking it too serious. I was just posting here and there. But I am starting to take it a bit more seriously, because I've taken a gap year. So it's like, I just don't want to do nothing. Yeah. And I look back and think, what did I actually do? Like, did I just waste my time? Did I just, So I really want to do stuff. And I'm the type of person, I just can't sit there and do nothing anyway. So I just want to do things that I look back on and think, okay, like, wow, I've actually done something. And I just want people to like be able, like I know people can relate to me. I just want to be a big sister to like a lot of secondary school kids who are going through, like who went through all the things I went through, or just be there for someone. Just like to basically become the person that I kind of wanted,
or needed at that time. And even right now as well, like what you feel like you need,
for everybody else. Because
to be honest with you, in our circle, no one has been through what you've been through.
No,
have they? I don't know anyone. No one has. So it's like you are the first. So you might even be the one to help us when we go through that. God willing, not now.
No, anytime soon, please. I don't want that.
But yeah, and I think there's beauty in the stories of like pain and stuff. And me, I've learned to look at the beauty in pains and things like that, because I believe it tells 1,000 stories. It's 1,000 stories. It tells the story of the past, of the present, and the future. And that allows you as a person to like really sail through everything, chaos and everything with so much peace.
Because I've always said that I'd rather document my journey rather than get to the end and be like, this is what I went through. This is what, like, I'd rather go through it with people. Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. You need a community support.
Yeah.
You need people. Yeah. But I'm very happy you did this. Thank you so much for being here. This is not easy. This is the first time she's ever said this out, like, on a like speaking about the whole thing. I know that, you know, on TikTok, you done posts where people know like, okay, you've lost your mom and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the first time she's telling the whole story from beginning to end. Like from past, present, like everything. And that's not easy, like saying that, especially when the camera's like on you. You know, like it's on and everything. But I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
And one thing I believe that God turns our scars and everything into favors. And it will turn into like rains of blessing on you. And it will come. And when you see you, like, it's not nice. But look what God did with it, though. He didn't allow me to just be in a pit and everything. And I know that's what's going to happen to you. It's not, I pray for it. No, I know it's going to happen.
Amen.
But thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Do you have anything that you want to, like, say to people? Like, you're saying, like, you want to be, like, a pillar for, like, young Black women and men or young little kids in secondary school, primary schools who may be going through this, have gone through or will go through it. Like, what do you want to say to them? Or anybody out there who's maybe going through what you're going through?
I will say, like, I think it says in the
Bible,
in the Bible, it says, like, joy comes in the morning. And I feel like whatever you're going through, just know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like, this is something that I stick by. And I always say, like, you could be going through the worst thing. You think it's the end of the world. I promise you, literally, God is doing this because there's something great for you. And it will happen and it will come. And also to you parents, I beg, listen to your children. Because your children, you never know, they can actually save your life. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you to you as who's listening, who's watching us right now. And this is a heavy one. This is like probably came through wanted to do a new episode and thought, this one's different. Yeah, it's different, and this is real life stuff. Unfortunately, we will all go through the point where we will lose a parent.
Yeah.
We just pray that it's not as soon as someone as one did, and it's not as painful as her one went through. But her story will be like a testimony for people, and it will help a lot of people. And I know that there's some people probably watching who've lost a parent. Maybe it's not for cancer, it's for another way. You maybe lost someone, you lost a dad, maybe another disaster that happened. Maybe you lost a child, you lost a brother, a sister, a twin, whatever. And that navigating loss is not an easy thing. It's not a simple thing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just your way that God has tailored for you. And the most thing you do is yield to the Holy Spirit in that moment. Because that's what you need to guide you through, or you go mad. These things are not easy. The way she's just sitting there speaking about it, smiling. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. No one wishes it upon them. But it's because of the strength that God has given her to even sit here and be able to talk about it with a smile on her face. Someone will be sitting there and like crying and not be able to do record. But she's that strong. God has given her that strength. It's like, I need her to be that strong. I'm going to use this for something. I'm going to take this thing and use it somewhere in her life. And I hope that, you got all the things that we wanted to get out of this, from educating you, empowering, inspiring you, and helping along your journey as well. And yeah, so thank you very much for staying all the way to the end. And yeah. Mwah.